Blog. Everyday crazy. Common types of crazies that we wouldn't necessarily avoid on a bus. By Tara Jones. I have come to the conclusion that almost everyone is crazy. Oh my god, why is she talking about crazy? The problem is, there's a lot more convenient for our brains not to have to think about the fact, and instead play along with the illusion that what the people who are around you are doing is in fact normal. That somewhere out there is a disappointed Jesus, Mohammed, and the guy who drives the plane on The Bachelor, shaking their heads down on us with disappointment. After God's image my ass. These people are crazy. The problem is there are entirely too many crazy people out there for us to weed them all out as dangerous, so our brains adapts to normalize the crazy because, well, you have shit to do and you can't just be spending your time posting people as crazy and filing them in the shed behind my landlord's house no matter how hard you try, mainly because padlocks are not guaranteed. Despite what the fucking guarantee says, neither are barns. Take out insurance. There's barn insurance. It's like $20 a month, not bad, but shop around. I'm sure you'll find a killer deal. Here, I'll give you my State Farm agent's name. It's Dean. Maybe it's Greg. Anyway, it's my belief that we're all little weirdos forced to pretend that we aren't. Sometimes those kindergarten people told us to stop talking about our imaginary pet dragons out loud. But that doesn't. I believe it was a dinosaur. That was 3. But that doesn't mean we still can't carry around some dragon caves in our back pocket just in case. What is this blog? This bitch is crazy. First of all, audience, that's entirely too many Z's. That would never be a real word. There are committees for that shit. And second of all, why are you reading this? You're neglecting your kids, girlfriend, parakeet, God. Do the right thing, selfish. Stop wasting your life. How are you going to justify this behavior, loser? I can at least say I wrote something today. Someone is going to ask you, and you're going to lie to cover your YouTube cat watching ass, chat room hosting, online shopping ass. I don't know why I'm mad. Oh yeah, because I'm crazy, and so are you. What kind of normal looking crazy are you? Let's take a look. Hippie crazy. Now, despite my best efforts to dislike hippies while attending UC Santa Cruz, I gotta say, I like the little guys. Not the best at showering, but other than that, good company overall. However, I did not foresee I would be bringing them with me in my heart of hearts, only to have it hatch open and take over my soul like scarabs. See the Mummy. Also, just see the Mummy. I know it's Brendan Fraser, and you're like, I don't know, but it's worth it. Good summer fun. They're usually giving great listeners, if not directly at what you're saying, at least good at listening to the ringing in their ears. They're usually not very judgmental and very open-minded, which means, in other words, I like them because they're usually too high to get what I said was nuts, or that they're too high to realize they realize there is a logical pattern to what appears to be chronic Tourette's. Either way, I feel better about the situation. Now, I can attest to my own hippie crazy, something in the inevitable breakdown of a struggling actor in LA, or maybe it's in my hippie jeans. I'm sorry, jeans with a J. There was a joint in my parents' front pocket. I will talk to you about it after chakra healing. If I think you are open enough, I will see the possibility in Reiki. I believe in Chi. I believe it could be harnessed and projected like that guy in Mortal Kombat, only without lightning and like a billion times less. I believe and partake in guided meditation. Thank you, YouTube. Finding that one with the swift downfalls. This one point in my life, I guarantee I will make my own shampoo out of something. And actually, incidentally, I did do that, and it was aloe. I gathered from my yard, and I've named my cat, and have developed an emotional connection to her. My emotional connection to her. Her name is Lucy. It was my Jetta. We have been together for 10 years. Speaking of lesbians, I believe at one point that polygamy was a natural order of how things were supposed to be, but we pretended that it wasn't. I believe that perfume could potentially block your pheromones. I plan to camp in the Amazon to better break down the illusions of not being able to survive on the material plane. I am a hippie crazy. And that's what it looks like. But no matter how hippie crazy I might be, I will never buy Birkenstocks. Warning. Everything you read is about to be dosed by in hippie crazy. Please note and modify. You may need to adjust your screen. Materialistic crazy. Some people actually believe that the shit they own defines them as immortal or actually mattering in the grand scheme of things. You own this and that label, drive this and that car, replace your name with it, and expect us to take you seriously. Somewhere in America, it has become normal to be the biggest pampered babies ever. Rich teenage girls, I'm looking at you. Teens, preteens, past teens have gone crazy, and so have their parents. Somewhere along the way, we decided that multiple daily conversations about the unnecessary things we're going to buy and the brands we're going to enjoy should be an aspiration in life. Those conversations about the top of the line lawnmowers can replace your connection with yourself. What the fuck is wrong with you, America? That's fucking crazy. It's one thing to want freedom through money, spirituality, this point is absurd. Spiritually, this point is absurd, but practically, yes, makes sense. But to actually identify yourself as an ambassador of brands is just jiffy. Peanut butter. Nutty. Workout crazy. You've seen them. No matter when you go into the gym, they're always there. Abs bulging, beckoning you. Like the hands of cashiers on the Golden Gate Bridge. Pay them the toll. Pay them and to be read in a whispered or hushed tone. I prefer keeping my same volume as talking, but just having the tone of whispering. Like you have laryngitis. It really helps people in movies not hear my cell phone conversation. But it's whatever works best for you. You start to work out with a lunge. And one half-hearted failed attempt to touch your toes. Take a bite out of your power bar, play with your iPod, and consider taking the walk to the treadmill. In this scenario, we are horribly overweight. Meanwhile, you look over at crazy workout person smiling while running at a speed that is probably labeled on the machine as a fucking bear is chasing you. You will soon find out that it's not one of the machine labels. But this won't be for another 6 weeks. When your spouse threatens to divorce you if you don't lose the weight, food does not love you. It is not love. It is not love. Money crazy. You can swap out a lot of what I'm about to say with power crazy. Power crazy are those crazy bosses that will totally fucking financially fuck you over and are actually deluded enough to think that their amazing management skills would be enough to make you give a fuck. Money crazy is also similar to materialistic crazy, except it goes a little crazier. These are the people who are both rich and cheap. They strive for money. Fuck the little man, they squeal with joy as it crushes them under their corporate ladder. And you, as a poor person, try to wrap your mind around this. What is it that is worth it? Money, right? Man, that person is probably just really into helicopters, wants to save up and buy one. Live out his dream as a private chopper base owner, or whatever the name for that is. Though it's most like 100% correct, right? Okay, no. Maybe they're a family man trying to provide for their no. No, some people just want money for the sake of money. They grumble at having to throw down a $2 tip. They inherently greedy like a dragon. Like Michael, the dragon. Michael, my dragon. Are we ready to bust out our imaginary friends yet? No? Not inspired yet? Alright, we'll come back. I'm sorry, Michael. Now isn't the time, my friend. It's just not the time. I'm sorry. Shh. Shh. It was a dinosaur. And he didn't have a name. Narcissistic crazy. Anyone who's ambitious enough to dream without a predestined advantage probably suffers from this crazy. We're all fuckers who believe we have big dreams isn't completely fucking dumb. We actually believe that we're quote unquote special enough to brave the odds and make it to the top of whatever our goal is. This means that we either inherently believe this, listen to an unrealistic, optimistic parent or listen to whatever teacher wanted to bang us at the time. Most of the time, the odds were 99.9473% against us. Most of the time, we don't have an ace in the hole. We choose to believe that our dream is possible, so possible that we like to stake the direction of our life over it. Some of us end up living as discarded busboys on Hollywood Boulevard. Others are really angry little league coaches. But some of us make it to the top. And those that make it to the top are really fucking crazy. Unless you happenstance your way into presidency, you're fucking nuts to have run it all. Art crazy. Those are the people that truly believe that art saves. This sounds very intimate and a little too close to my heart, so I'm going to be dismissing it entirely now. Artists, sheesh. How dumb can you get? Often the art is costing them that boring job they could have been working. It's costing them a pension plan, and a general chance of survival drops dramatically. All for the whim that says, yeah, this is worth my love and time. This is sort of like narcissistic crazy. However, with narcissistic crazy, one of the primary motives is being special. An artist may or may not think they're special. They may or may not need recognition for what they do, or may or not try to make a living off of it. But they compulsively must create. Cavemen would be appalled. While they were hunting, killing, and clubbing, there was one weirdo wasting the berries his wife gathered on a cave painting. You know what happened to that caveman? He got eaten by an alligator. An alligator who did not like the boudoir painting she had commissioned. Let that be a lesson. Nature always wins, artists. It always wins. News watcher crazy. These are the people who obsess about world events and follow every code, orange, or mob, or whatever emergency. They hear there is SARS. They get an emergency mask out of their pantry. They watch a congressman paid commercial, and they believe that the candidate is being accurately displayed. No. They believe that Sandra Bullock won as the best actress because she deserved it. And it wouldn't take so much to say that these people are crazy. So much as they're gullible, even a little slow on the uptake. Bro, crazy. These are people, bros or hoes, who get really excited about really small things. They all let their crazy out in socially agreed upon terms. It's like these people all agreed, hey, I'd really like to scream and get worked out about things. Do you know anything I could scream about? A car driving in a circle? We all get to scream. Together? Right on. What time? Where? The NASCAR stadium? I'll be there. These people get way into things that are obviously not that exciting. Examples include hot tubbing, chimichangas, keg stands, body shots, and any other topic where you can hear a bro exclaiming aloud as a one-word anthem, burst in the air as a signal to commence as one. With the huddle, oh bro, meet the caveman that never left the cave. Religious crazy. Keep in mind I wrote this as an atheist. This one's a bit old. These are people who are basically admitting that they still have imaginary friends. They just hide behind the book to say, see, it's in the book, I'm not crazy. Okay, but I mean, out of context, take away an agreed upon literal interpretation of a book written a long time ago when literal was not the thing. Take away the fact that there are many books written by many different writers. Take into account that, I don't know, people lie or make shit up to get what they want. Well, who doesn't want to leave their graffiti mark on mankind? Take out all that context out of the way, go to the therapist's office, and talk to them about the man with horns that tells you to do bad things, and you are getting locked up again. Cute to talk about the boogeyman as a kid. As an adult, it's soothing shades of turquoise painted walls for you. The last bastion of sanity is when you choose to acknowledge you're crazy. Without it, you could end up becoming the person in the I work with crazy person, Wanda, in accounting, with the plant. Yeah, her. This has been Everyday Crazy, common types of crazies you wouldn't necessarily avoid on the bus by Tara Jones.